Good morning, everybody. I'm still here in DC. I am at the Supreme Court this morning. I had to walk back over this morning. Uh, Yesterday, those of you that were on that saw the live streams, I was in the crowds. It's much quieter today. Today, it's actually not all barricaded. We can actually, walk up on the steps, and behind us, right back there is, you can see the Capitol. Right back there behind me is the Capitol. And today, it's a relatively peaceful day out here. Minimal security presence. It's a nice change from yesterday. Yesterday was headache inducing. It was loud, it was chaotic, it was aggressive, and it was contentious. There were several arrests I saw throughout the day from people blocking traffic. We were not part of that at all. We were here peacefully listening and having conversations. Although I will say, as I reflected on it last night, I had a deep sense of sadness, because as we tried to engage in conversations with women, maybe on the other side of this political issue, we were met with a lot of aggression, and we were met with a lot of, honestly, just kind of a stonewall. And so at one point yesterday, I'm going to just kind of turn my camera here. So right behind me, you can see on these steps, this is where it was set up. And on this side over here was the pro-abortion advocates had a podium set up right over there. And then right back here behind me on this side was the pro-life podium, and there was just a very small neutral zone set up between them. It was about maybe a 15-foot wide barricaded area filled with security officers that were keeping the sides separated from each other, but you could absolutely walk like behind it, and you could walk onto the other side. And at one point, there were a lot less people on the pro-abortion side, and although their speakers were very loud and their microphones were very, very loud, at one point I walked over onto the pro-abortion side, or run over here, pro-abortion side, other side. And I had, all I had on me was I was carrying a sign that said something about, it said, stop calling violence feminism. And that's all I had, and I didn't say anything, and I didn't interact in any negative way. And I just walked into the area, and a couple women saw my sign and very, very aggressively approached me with pom-poms, which I've always loved cheerleaders and I've always loved pom-poms, but yesterday they were pom-poms were weaponized. And so I had pom-poms, to my face, like saying, like, you don't belong here. Like they wouldn't even speak to me. They just kept pom-pomming me in the face. So it was a surprise, because I smiled and had a positive attitude. I approached them as a sister, as somebody that was just kind of coming over onto their side, honestly, because I had a better angle, because they had less people. But I was very clearly rejected from that area, which left me with a little bit of sadness. I think we've got a lot of work to do yet. I don't think that the average person at home that may be ideologically different would respond in that way. Oh, hey, Heather. Hi, Heather. I wish you were here. We were looking for you yesterday, and then they said you weren't here. But I think that those conversations, they don't happen well in these crowded spaces. They don't happen well at rallies with microphones and bullhorns. They need to be happening one-on-one in your churches and in your moms groups. And so I really want to encourage everybody, to not take these sort of aggressive extremist experiences as the norm for interaction with people. Definitely still try to have those conversations, because I still truly believe that most people that disagree with me on these issues, that we have a lot more common ground than we do disagreement. And so approach them with a friendly smile and hope you don't get pom-pommed. So I got pom-pommed, and then they turned around and they started just backing into me and kept backing up. It was the weirdest thing. I was like, okay. So I just, kind of sidestepped and I walked around them. It was very strange, but it was a sign of aggression. It was a sign of, you don't belong here. And women, mothers, sisters, like, we can do so much better than that. We can do so much better than that. We don't need to push each other out of our spaces. Hospitality and openness to the other is one of the unique gifts of our femininity, of our womanhood. And so I really just want to say, don't give up on that. I'm committed to it. I'm going to, even when I get pom-pommed and butt pushed out of the way, I'm going to keep trying to smile and talk with women. So as I had conversations last night with different people back at the hotel, so many people were kind of reacting and processing the day. And when you see that much negative response and aggression from the other side, it kind of throws you off. For me, it does, because I assume the best of other people. I came into it assuming that we were able to have, productive conflict. A lot of other people came in assuming that you can't, and have a more maybe a jaded view, but I'm not there yet. I'm not totally jaded. I'm going to keep trying. But after these conversations, I'm laying in bed and I'm talking, and I'm like, we have to do something. We have to continue trying to reach out and talk. We keep your pom-poms off my body. That's going to be my sign next time, Heather. Yeah, it ruined pom-poms for me. I can never look at cheerleaders the same. I didn't realize how weaponizing they could be. I just felt a strong urge last night that we need to, first of all, educate the people within our movement about what this historic case is, what it potentially could mean for women's healthcare and the pro-life movement in our country. When this ruling comes late this spring or summer, we need to be prepared. And so if you're not on the Guiding Star email list, I'm going to really encourage you today, please consider signing up for our email list, because I'm working today to pull together an email that's going out tomorrow that is going to have some exciting stuff. So please, if you're not on our email list, make sure you're signed up for it today, and then watch tomorrow for an email that's going to come, because the one thing I just am kind of more convinced of than ever is that we have to be prepared with the words to meet a tremendous need that is potentially right in front of us. There's a huge opportunity for women's healthcare in our country right now. The discussions are fresh. People are talking about it. People, they're scared on the other side. They're scared that abortion going away means that women's healthcare is now in jeopardy. And to me, I think it's the exact opposite. I think it's a chance for us to finally address a very grievous wrong in defining women's healthcare as the destruction of our pregnancies. That's not what is healthy and good for women. And so I think we have an opportunity right now to correct the standard of women's healthcare in our country. And we need to know the language and not be afraid to answer confidently with what true solutions for women look like. So please, if you're not on our email list, get on it, because I just have been my experiences yesterday just kind of reinvigorated my desire for conversation with the other side, for us to reach out, for us to work with them and find solutions. So please, we're planning something. I'm planning it today, and tomorrow it'll go out via our email. Okay. So good to see you guys here. Ashley, Heather, everybody else that's checking in and watching. I've been thinking so much about all of our supporters that make it possible for me to come to things like this. Your donations and your support of Guiding Star, allowing us to have a voice in the public sphere. It's incredibly helpful and important, and I'm just so grateful that you've made it possible for me to be here and to be present. So I'm happy to represent everybody that supports Guiding Star and everybody that supports authentic women's healthcare by being here. So let me be your voice if I can in any way. So, all right, everybody, get on the email list if you're not there. It's coming out tomorrow. Have a beautiful day, and I am heading back to the bold, frozen north of Minnesota. Sunny DC has been lovely, but time to go back to the frozen tundra. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.